Right, what I would like to talk to you guys about are parallel and perpendicular slopes. And a good resource for you guys to be able to use in any of your graphing is Desmos.com. Desmos.com. So parallel lines, they have the same slope. Parallel lines have the exact same slope. Parallel lines never intersect and remain the same distance apart. Perpendicular lines, they have opposite reciprocal slopes. Perpendicular lines intersect and form a 90-degree angle. So let's look at opposite reciprocal slopes. What does this mean? Well, the word opposite means that you're dealing with negative and positive signs. The opposite of a positive 2 is a negative 2. The opposite of a negative 8 is a positive 8. That's opposite, meaning that you change the sign. Really what it means is that you multiply by a negative 1 to get the opposite number. Reciprocal. Reciprocal, the easiest way to think of it is that you flip. So you take these and you flip them. The thing about reciprocals is that the product of reciprocals is always 1. So if I had this, if I said, okay, what is the reciprocal given the number 8? What is the reciprocal of 8? Well, I flip it. I can view this as 8 over 1, so that becomes 1 over 8. And if you look at that, 8 over 1 times 1 over 8 will equal 1. So if you want, I have some problems down here at the bottom. Pause the video and work through there. Find the opposite, find the reciprocal, find the opposite reciprocal. Okay, so what is the opposite of 2? You can view it as multiplying 2 by a negative 1. So negative 2. Opposite of a negative 4, negative 1 times a negative 4, 4. What is the opposite of 1/3? Negative 1/3. Reciprocal. Remember, reciprocal is just flipping. Take what is in the numerator, put it in the denominator. What is in the denominator, put it in the numerator. So the reciprocal of 1/3, or 3, is 1/3. Reciprocal of 2/3, 3/2. Reciprocal of a negative 5/4, a negative 4/5. And if I were to multiply these together, I would get a 1. Negative times the negative is a positive. Now the opposite reciprocal. Well, opposite makes it a negative. So now I got a negative, and then I take the reciprocal, 3/2. Opposite reciprocal. The opposite of a negative is a positive, so now I have a positive answer. Reciprocal of 1/4 is 4 over 1, or 4. Opposite reciprocal of a negative 2. What is the opposite of a negative 2? It's a positive, so plus sign. Reciprocal of 2 is 1/2. Okay, so this is the slope of perpendicular lines. The slopes will be opposite reciprocals. So let's take a look at some lines, and we'll use Desmos to turn around and look at our lines. Okay, so I have 2 lines here graphed. This one right here, the red, is this one. See how it highlights it now? And this one, see how it's blue? That's the blue one. Okay, and if you look, identify the slope of those 2 lines. Those slopes are the same. Those slopes are the same. A negative 4/5, a negative 4/5. These are parallel lines. So no matter where I go on this line, if I go here and measure across to here, it's the same distance as measuring from here to here. Parallel lines never intersect. They will have the same slopes. Notice though my y-intercepts are different, but parallel lines have the same slopes. So let's look at some perpendicular lines. We'll just do a quick little change here. We'll get rid of that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to convert 4/5 to an opposite reciprocal. So the opposite of a positive is a negative, so I have that, and then I need to take the reciprocal of 4/5. What is the reciprocal of 4/5? That is 5/4. And this is what we have. The lines intersect and they form a 90-degree angle. They form a 90-degree angle. Perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocal slopes. Parallel lines have the same slope. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good luck with your homework.